Hey everybody, hi lovies. I am back. I'm here today to help you get started owning your business. So I know there are many videos out there about how to start a business, what you need to do, how to set up a website and go through everything, from everybody who's making $5,000 to $10,000 a month and whatnot. I wanted to make a video that is a little bit different from that. I want to go a little bit further behind the scenes and give you real step by step. Not to say that anybody else's video is not real, but to give you real time, step by step ways to start your business. How to, everybody can start a business, okay? Everybody can make a website, but everybody doesn't know from A to Z what to do. So here I am. So again, I don't make $5,000-$10,000 a month. I'm not going to say that I do because I don't yet. I am at the process where I am finding vendors, which is a very difficult process. Good vendors. Everyone says they're wholesale, but it doesn't mean that they really are, and that's where I am. So, to take a step back in my process or in me making this video, you may be asking yourself, she's not making that much money. I make good money, okay? I work in business. I am an accountant, so I make a pretty good salary. I just want to get out on my own, doing my own thing. But you may be asking yourself, like I said, why should you listen to me? Why should you watch my video? And great question. You should, because again, I do have a business background. So I've been in business, in accounting and finance, marketing for 10-15 years, working for someone else, and here and there doing my own thing, but never doing my own thing as big as I'm doing it now. So I know the ins and outs. I don't know everything, of course. A lot of people say I'm not an expert. You're not an expert. They're not an expert. What makes an expert an expert? Just because they have a certificate, a diploma, a degree, what? Does that really mean that they're an expert? Think about it. Anyway, whatever your definition is. So, let's get to it. I know you have things to do. And before the children come and interrupt me. So, first step is figure out what you want to do. Sounds like a duh, but it's not really. Because if you're like me, this crazy freaking Gemini, you have plenty of things that you want to do. I want to read tarot cards for people. I want to do Reiki. I want to have a bookstore. I want to sell clothes. I want to sell my own clothing line. I want to make couture because I sew. I want to design. I'm a jack of all trades. I can do everything. I can do any and everything just about. So it's not set in stone. It's not a common sense thing. Figure out what you want to do. It could be something you're good at. It could be something that you're interested in. It could be just something that somebody made a suggestion on. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you feel a need that people have. And that's the key. You got something that people want. Make it great. Get it out there. Okay, once you do that, you want to incorporate. You want to go to your Secretary of State and pay for you can pay for a name reservation. You can pay for your name. You can trademark your name. You can do all that kind of stuff. In Georgia, it's $100 to file, to incorporate. So you go through the Secretary of State. You may need bylaws. You may not. So that's something for you to look up to. Some if you're trying to do a nonprofit or something like that, they ask for bylaws and articles of incorporation. So you may want to look that up. You can download and copy somebody else's and make it your own. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Who's going to be the officer? Who's going to be the president? Who's going to be the treasurer or finance or whatever? You don't really need a business plan. They tell you to get a business plan, make one, whatever. When you go to a bank to get financing, all they're going to want to know is how much money do you need, how much do you make in sales, if you make any sales, how are you going to pay this money back? That's it. You don't need okay, this is what I'm selling and this is my market and this is my target and these are my competitors. That's it. It's good to have for you if you want to be disciplined, if you need that discipline, if you need investors, if you need someone besides the bank, if you have people with money, you need to tell them how you're going to run your business, what you're going to do, and whatnot, all the ins and outs, how many people you're going to hire, and when your fiscal year, how you're going to operate during the year. You're going to start in January and you're going to close your books in December, or you're going to start in June and close your books next May. You can do that for other people, but for banks, they just want to know, if I give you this money, are you going to be able to give it back with interest? Put more into your financial planning than the whole strategy of how you're going to do things, because let me tell you, the way that you start your business, what you start off with, is not what you're going to end up with. That's why it's called a budget, it's called a forecast, it's called a strategy. Strategy is called a plan. Okay? You cannot get set and hooked on this is how it's supposed to be. A lot of things, family, you're supposed to date somebody and get engaged, get married, and then have children. Doesn't always work out like that, does it? But that doesn't always mean that it's bad. Different strokes for different folks. Okay, so off that, you incorporate, you pay your fee. They say, okay, your LLC, your sole proprietor, your conglomerate, I don't know, whatever, however you want to file, you're a nonprofit. Okay, and then you go and apply for an employer identification number, an EIN. And that just says that, if you do have employees, that you have a number so that it identifies your business, and that everything, it's like a social security number for your business. That's it. Layman's terms, that's all it is. You don't have to use your personal social security number. You got one for your business, and you use that for everything. Okay? After that, you get a seller's permit. You get a state's ID, and you get your seller's permit, and you just go to your tax center, like the Georgia Tax Center. The EIN is free, and the state tax ID is free. You just apply for both of them. They email you, tell you whether you're approved or not, what you need to do to get approved if you were rejected, and you just go from there. Whatever they tell you, I can't tell you because it depends on what kind of business you're in, what you're trying to open, and they'll tell you what you need. Just stay abreast of everything, okay? After that, sales and use ID, you want to be tax exempt, so whenever you buy something, you don't pay taxes on it. Saves you money. You can start out going to stores, getting things for discounts. That's what I did, before I got my IDs and everything. I went to the cheapest store and got this shirt. The shirt was $5. I got some shirts and I printed on them and sold them. That's about as wholesale as it's going to get, as it got for me at that time. But then I got all my permits and I got my IDs and everything, and then, I could go and find a vendor, which is a process, and get it for half price. And then I can still sell it for the same and get a larger profit. Okay? Now, getting to the nitty gritty, you can open a bank account. You don't have to. But you can open a business checking account, business savings account, whatever. You can do all of that. It makes you look more professional. Yes, um it's just like getting a business email account, forevernaya at forevernaya.com, s memphis at walmart.com. Just sounds more professional. But you can also use Gmail. You can also use your regular bank. Just get a separate bank account, a regular checking account, and use that only for your business. Really, at the end of the day, your vendors aren't going to care what name is on your bank account. Your customers certainly aren't going to care what name is on your bank account. Everybody's just going to want to know is if you're going to pay them, that you're going to pay them. And your customers are going to want to know that, hey, if I get a refund from you, if I buy something from you and it's not what I thought it was, I take it back, you're going to give me my money back. That's it. I mean, a business account is professional. It's something good for having a business. I don't know. I haven't had to have one as of yet. But the only reason why I didn't open a business bank account was because they charge fees. You have to have a minimum at all times. And if you don't, then they're going to charge you out the hoo-ha. And I don't feel like paying fees when I already have vendor fees to pay. I already have website fees to pay. I already have all kinds of other fees to pay. Why, if I'm starting out and I know that I'm not going to have $5,000 in my bank account at all times, why would I go and open a business checking account when they're going to charge me? And it's supposed to be better for you. It's just like a brick and mortar. You know, you're paying for the same internet service because you have to have internet for just about everything nowadays. But you're paying for the same internet service that you have at home, except under your business, it's 3 times as much. I didn't want to do that. I'm just going to be honest. You do it the way you want to do it. This is the way I did it. I use my regular. I got another checking account, and I got another savings account, and I put them under my name, but I use them as my business name. Like, those are my nicknames in the bank, so that, you know, whenever I make a transaction, it goes to this account. I want to save money for the business, it goes to that account. They're separate, so that if ever anything comes up, there's nothing but business transactions in those accounts. And it saves me fees. I get interest on my statement, on my balances. You know, it's not a lot of interest these days, but interest is interest, and fewer fees that I have to pay. I already have to pay processing fees when I process credit card payments. So I'm going to have to pay a processing fee to that bank, and then one to my bank because I'm in business. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, off of that, do what you want, but just know that you have more than one option, okay? Make sure you get your business license and your permit. You have to get a business license through the state. Sometimes you have to get one through your county. So be aware. Make sure that you go through the proper channels. Before, I didn't have a business license because I wasn't selling anything. I was incorporated, but I wasn't really selling anything. I was just using my business to get to help me with my expenses, because I had to buy a lot of merchandise. I had to buy a lot of things to get prepared to go into business. So I wanted to make sure that I got the write-offs for that. But as far as selling goes, I wasn't doing a whole lot of that. So I didn't get a business license right away. And plus I was working out of my home. So, you know, I didn't have many sales. But if you have a lot of sales, you want to go the right way, the governmental way. Get your business license. In Georgia, it's like $50. For your county, it just depends on your sales. So they'll tell you, give them your sales amount, and then $25, $150, whatever, and you're done with that. You're legit. Your logos, my logo, I'm working to get it trademarked. You can get it trademarked in your state. In the state of Georgia, it's like $125, $150. I forget. I'm working on that right now, but I know nationwide it's about 300 something. So just make sure of what your goal is, because starting out you can just get it in your state. But if you want to expand, if you find that your business is doing awfully well, you want to make sure that you're not infringing on anybody else's right. You're not using anybody else's name or logo if you want to expand. So do your homework. Start small, go big. Use it for as long as you can. Get a service mark if you have a service. It works the same way. You go through your state registration, your trademark. There's a trademark website for that, getting your copyright, your trademark, your service mark. Do that. Get a copyright is about $50. To get my book copywritten, however you say it, was about 50 books. And that process took about a month to get approved. So, give or take time frame. For all this stuff, it could vary from a month to 6 months, depending on how much information you have, which routes you're taking to get it. So that's about the time frame. Finances. If you need a loan, you have to have good enough credit to get a loan. I mean, if you're starting out, they're going to use your social. Everybody can say you use your EIN or whatever, but I have found that even if you have an EIN, you have a legit business or whatever, if you don't have credit for that business yet, your EIN is really not going to do you any good. So you're going to have to either get seed money from other investors, or you're going to have to use your own credit to get however much money you need, or save it from your paycheck. You might have to get a part-time job. Who knows? But just be smart with your finances. And in another video, I'll teach you how to prepare financially for your business. Things that you want to get merchandise, you want to get oh, food is here. That's Babe. Babe brought us food. I'm making a how-to video. How-to video. Ew!
Eat pork.
I don't eat pork, so he does. That's so disgusting.
We have a shoulder, and we have some pork chops.
I don't know who's gonna
cook.
No, I'm not. Don't believe that. I'm not. I'll make another video on budgets. Budgeting, you must be good, or find somebody who's good, or become good, with your finances. Okay. What's next? The website. You can start with a free website.
What you looking at? Me doing this?
You can start with a free website. When I first started out, I used WordPress, and I just used a blog, and that was all I needed at the time. I used Facebook. I published my book through Amazon when it was Create Space, so that was pretty much free. Everything back then, all the research. So you have to do your research on that. There are plenty of free websites out there. Even Squarespace and Weebly has free website service, so you can use that. Of course, you have to pay processing fees when customers pay for things, but that comes straight out. So you price everything so that you can make profit for that. Making a website takes time. to get all of your products in, to get your services in, to get your name how you want it, to get the website how you want it. I mean, you can throw something together. You can have a one-page website. That's okay. But you can throw something together and it may be okay, but you want to put a lot of time in it so that it looks good. You know, look at Walmart and Target. Look at other people's websites and see how they operate and how they have their sites. And you want to kind of feed off of that because you want it to be clean. You want people to come back. You don't want it to be difficult to navigate. So you're going to have to put some time into that. I'm always working on my website. Always. I'm never satisfied with it. You know, I don't care how good it looks, how good it doesn't look. I don't care. Advertising. Make sure that you advertise. That's where most of your business is going to come from. And you can advertise from on Facebook, on Instagram. Make t-shirts with your business name, with your logo. Advertising is the thing. Make pixels on Facebook through your website. Get ads. I don't know. Be creative. Give away, instead of giving away business cards, give away bookmarks or pens or things like that. It's gonna be an expense that you're not gonna quickly recuperate from. I'm gonna go in here so that you can watch the game.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't want to disturb you. You're disturbing me. In here. I'm rude. Anyway, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I'll come in here. You're gonna want to do those things. Just make sure that you think about what you're doing, the process, what you want to do, your goal, your end goal. Who you want to target, who you want to. The lighting is much better in here anyway. I should have been in here from the start. Now my eyes don't look black. Get a billboard. Some billboards are cheap. Put a sticker on your car with your business name and your products. Put your Instagram handle on your window. I don't know. Again, be creative, but make sure that you put a lot of time, enough time, into your business because it's your business. You know, you want to take pride in it. You want to be happy about it. You want people to come back. Customer retention, customer feedback, it's the name of the game. And I don't know, that's it. Find your vendors. Again, that's where I am. And again, in another video, I'll talk about finances, but make sure that if you spend $5 on something, when you mark it up, when you price it out to your customers, make sure that you're getting that $5 back. Make sure you're getting enough to pay your federal and state taxes, so maybe that's another $2. You want to make sure that you can pay your website fees, you can pay your employees. So if you spend $5 on something, you may need to price it to your customers at $15 or $20. Just make sure that you're getting all of your money back and make sure that you're earning a profit. $2 is a profit. You know, it doesn't have to be $5. It doesn't have to be $100 profit. Any profit is a profit. And if you don't have to return it, that's a profit. Okay. I guess that's it for now. I don't know what I could be forgetting. Time. You may have to be up late nights, early in the morning. You may have to work 2 jobs to make it work. People are going to tell you no. People are going to say, hey, your idea is great. I love what you're selling and yada, yada, yada. But it doesn't mean that they're going to spend money with you. So you have to look out for that too. Your expenses, try to keep all of your expenses low. I don't know, in time, don't think that you're going to go into it today and you're going to be big in 2 months. A lot of people may make it seem like that. You may even have good sales for a few months, but everybody hits a rocky spot. So just make sure you want to go in for quality and longevity rather than, oh, I'm making $10,000 a month. And here comes the other one. So I guess that's it for right now. If you have any other questions, any other thing that I can tell you about how to start your business, what you need to do, come show the people what you did to me. How much time it takes. This is why I hate my kids and him too. Because I can't do anything by myself.
You want me to sing the Star Spangled Banner?
No, but this is very serious, okay? So, any other questions, any other thing you want to know that I didn't explain here, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe.
She locked the
Subscribe.
door. She locked her door.
She always locks her door because she doesn't want you guys in it. I would lock my door too. Okay? So have fun with it. Always. Everything that you do, have fun. Yes, my shirt is bleached because somebody doesn't know how to wash clothes. My washing machine's retarded anyway. But have fun. Ask questions. If I have anything else, I'll come back and explain. But basically, yeah, that thing. I'm about to find. I got that for my birthday. It's getting on my nerves. I don't know about you. It's getting on mine. Anyway, thank you. And I will see you next time. Oh, I'll be back with a video on how to budget, how to price things out. And I will be back with a video on how to do your taxes. Because there's a lot of tax jargon that people don't know. Write-offs, what is a write-off? How do you write things off? Things like that. Mileage, what can you write off? I don't know. So 2 videos, look out for. I'll be back. Nobody cares about your You took it off?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It was messing me up.
I hate getting her nails done. Get out of my video. All right. Thank you guys. See you later.